Hello everybody, it's Nick here, and it's been a long time since I previously owned Wayne's World, and since I recently got a copy of it, I wanted to play through it again. I did my review of it. Funny enough, I did that shortly before ABGN did his review of the game, and honestly, if I knew he was going to review it, I never would have reviewed it myself. Um, but I thought it was one of those obscure unknown games that he would just never even acknowledge its existence. Um, and even though I did my review first, I think his was better than mine, obviously, because he's more familiar with doing game reviews, and I haven't done them for a long time because, I need to get some video editing software. But the problem is, this video editing software is like subscription based. I think, or I mean, not video software, but I'm talking about a lot of software I want nowadays. It's like all subscription based, and I don't do that. So, anyways, Wayne's World on the NES, I think it's a good game. In fact, I think it's one of the better action games on the NES. And when I say that, people are probably like, like, oh yeah, right. But no, I'm dead serious. I like this game, and it's not perfect. But at least compared to Radical Entertainment's other games, which I'll be talking about them in a minute, this is a pretty good game. So I'm going to give you guys pretty much a walkthrough and, give you, show you guys how to get past each stage and show you guys it's really not that bad. So let's check it out and let's get the stuff started. And I'm playing on an actual NES. That way, you guys know I'm not cheating. Nothing, just before I start, show you guys down here. See, no Game Genie, no nothing, just the cartridge, and yeah, way. Okay, so, I probably can't see it, but yeah, only like 5 or 6 people made this game, which is pretty impressive. So, people might be asking, why is this game so rare? Like, why is it so hard to find a copy of this game? And the reason for that is because this game was made at the end of 1993, and by then there were no developers making NES games. Pretty much, they were all headed for the Super Nintendo, because that was the next big thing, or Sega Genesis or whatever. So that's why it's so rare, because it didn't sell well because nobody bought it. And that's a pretty good digitized graphic of Mike Myers. So the first level, easy as cake. All I have to do is just keep running to the right and avoid the castanets there. Now when you get to these saxophones, all you have to do is just crouch down and shoot at them. For the drums, you can just shoot normally, or shoot standing up while running forward. I mean, this is like the easiest, like one of the easiest stages in video game history. And then I think AVGN said something about this next part where he plays Wayne is where the game gets increasingly difficult, but that is a complete lie. So do not worry. Anyways, there's something I noticed here. Okay, so top 10 things Beef says. Okay, so hey, you kids, buy some relief. Are you gonna buy that magazine? This isn't a library. So that's number 9, and then we're gonna go to number 5. Are you gonna buy that magazine? This isn't a library. So I don't know if the game developers did that like intentionally, or if they really didn't notice that, or maybe they did and they were like, well, it's too late now. And yeah, I didn't do that. If you let the text stay on screen long enough, it'll go to the next page of dialogue or whatever. All the chicks dig wink. Okay, I don't remember Beef from the movie, but I think he is. Like, I don't think he's actually in the movie, but I think he's mentioned. It's been a long time since I've seen Wayne's World. But if you haven't seen Wayne's World yet, stop this video right now, go to your local video store, go to Netflix, I don't care. Just get Wayne's World and watch it. So anyways, you kick this either guitar or bass. I'm going to call it an upright bass because it's it's standing up. Anyways, you defeat that thing and you get a super kick, which I actually found out last night playing this that you can actually attack backwards, which really helps against the boss of this level. And I'll show you. So, see? All the times I played through this game, and I never discovered this until last night. And there you go. Nothing to it. And so here's the bonus levels. Or as AVGN puts it, the eyeball factory. So Wayne can do a super jump by holding up and pressing A. So if you just time your jumps right, you can get to the donuts. Anyways, so this game was developed by Radical Entertainment, as I said before, which was a Canadian game developer. So how are you Canucks up there? Okay, that wasn't really funny. Anyways, yeah. See, if you're really lucky, you can just slide onto the one below. But anyways, so they developed games like Bay-Base Kids on Super Nintendo. On the NES, they did Terminator 1, which I think, yeah, ABGN looked at that one. What else did I do? Rocky and Bullwinkle on NES. Mario was Missing. Mario's Time Machine on NES. I think that's it. Yeah, if there's any others, I don't remember them. So anyways, at least they used dialogue from the movie. At least Wayne and Garth look like, you know, their counterparts in the movie. So I guess this is the young, well, this guy throwing hot dogs is probably like the younger version of that guy who talks about, you know, diabetes or something like that. I don't know. Party on, Garth. Party on, Wayne. And I guess this is Jesse Katsopoulos from Full House. You can definitely tell he's Greek. Look at that skin, man. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how Uncle Jesse cloned himself. I don't remember John Stamos being in the movie at all, but see, all you gotta do is just, you can see it? That's easy. Stacy, she won't do anything, but you don't have to touch her, but I'm gonna do it. A gun rack, Stacy? Yeah, right. I don't even own a gun, let alone miniguns that would necessitate owning an entire rack. Mental, get the net. We broke up. I don't think he really said it in that order, but anyways. And another one of these skinheads or whatever. I guess it's Mr. Clean. Although I don't know why he's not wearing a white shirt. Okay, maybe it's an evil Mr. Clean. I don't know. There's Cassandra. And yeah, I took a hit there before I never, you know what? I never saw what happens if you die during the bonus stages. If you just keep taking falling damage, because yes, there is falling damage in this game, unfortunately. Alright. Just... Oh, come on! Oh, yeah, okay. And, forgot to mention before, if you get all the donuts on the stage and you exit through the door, you get an extra life. So that's awesome. For this level, pretty simple stuff. Just, have to kill these ninjas. And then there's these cats. Kitty on my foot and I wanna touch it. Kitty on my foot and I wanna touch it. I don't know if you'll get that reference unless you're from Seattle, but... You know what's funny is there's actually a place in Seattle called Gasworks. It's a park. I thought that's where the movie in Wayne's World was taking place, because I know they go to a place called Gasworks. Well, no, it's not the same place. But now every time I go to Gasworks Park, which is usually like on the 4th of July, I always think of this place. Anyways, the key here is just moving like short bursts, like this, because you. Now I think the ninja enemies are set, so it's easy to, or I mean, not easy, but I guess it's possible that you can memorize where exactly they're going to pop up. But I don't have the patience for that. So this game has both set and randomized enemies. So like some enemies will spawn at certain locations, and then some enemies will just randomly spawn, you know. Well, no, you don't know because you probably haven't played this game before. Because, you know, ABChan probably told you not to play it. And I disagree with what ABChan said. Like, he said the Super Nintendo version was slightly better. I think that's actually worse because that game is pretty much unbeatable. This one, at least, is easy to beat. Oh, by the way, the music does get better the further you get into the game. So, well, the only one I really don't like is the... Yeah, look at that. That was supposed to be the boss of the level. Anyways, now I actually did talk to this game's composer, Paul Wilkinson. He was a pretty cool guy. He said he used Cakewalk, which is now known as Sonar, or it's made by the same company anyways. And he had like a... Now, a big misconception back in the day is that these game developers use MIDI files. No, because the NES could not read a MIDI file, and even if it could, you know, it would take up like the entire cartridge or most of it. So what they'd have to do is use a tool to convert it to something that the NES could read. So they'd write a sound engine and a tool, you know, so the NES could read it, or it would convert it to like assembly instructions that the NES could read. That's how they did it. So that's pretty cool. This stage quite possibly has my favorite music from the entire game. So this is the hardest level of the game, in my opinion. I'll show you guys why in a minute. These TV screens, you just gotta hit them at the, you know, hopefully you're a musician and you can just get the rhythm down. So, and that's pretty cool because being a Wayne's World game, you know, Wayne and Garth are musicians, you know, rhythm is pretty cool. There should be like Guitar Hero Wayne's World edition or something. I wonder if this is supposed to be the cop from the movie. You know, like, yeah, I know what you're saying, Campbell. Pig, oink, oink, police officer. So I mentioned earlier about Wayne's super jump. Let me kill the spider first. So you would think do a super jump to make it over that ledge. Well, if you do that, you're gonna die. So just, what you do is you do your normal jump and just keep running into the spider. Because otherwise, if you do the super jump, the spider will just knock you off the ledge. As weird as that sounds, you know, and that's pretty cool because you wouldn't expect to do it, you know, so that's a pretty cool touch. These cops, just gotta hit them at the right angle. Okay. Ooh, was that, okay. Thought maybe I was like too late on that jump. You gotta be really precise with these jumps. Now here, doing a super jump isn't a bad idea. Let's see. This is probably the hardest jump. You just gotta time it. Oh! And that's what I mean. And yes, that's one crappy thing about this game. If you die, you start the entire level again. You don't, you know, you don't continue where you left off, which kind of sucks. But I guess that's because they figured the game was easy as pie. You know, it's just... Yeah, it's not as easy as cake, it's easy as pie. I don't know if you can hear the music because it's really low on, you know, low volume, but I like the song. Now, some people might ask, you know, why doesn't this game have like the Wayne's World theme and stuff in it? Well, I know that for the DOS version, they couldn't get the rights to the music, and yes, that's a reason why some games don't have, you know, have the theme songs from the movies. Is because they couldn't get the rights. As stupid as that sounds, that's actually a thing. I think it should be like some kind of law. Like if you're gonna make a game based on a movie or something, you should be able to use the music from that movie. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, okay. Got hit by the spider. Woo! Okay. I don't know if you have to do a super jump on that ledge. Probably not, but... Oh, okay. Let's see if I can do it this time. See if I can do it. There we go. Just inch my way forward. So 7 hits, alright. And there we go. A true story, I have beaten this game before without losing a single life. That's how easy it is. And I'm not like the best gamer ever. Same deal with Home Alone on the Super Nintendo, which was also a THQ game, but it was a different developer, so I don't know. Alright. Oh, couldn't get it. See, now I got 7 lives. Would have had 8 if I didn't die that one time, but whatever. So, if you haven't seen the movie, which again, I strongly urge you to stop watching this video and watch the movie instead. If you're curious whether these giant bugs or these kids holding these blueberry muffins or something, are they in the movie? I don't remember them being in the movie. Yeah, we're in the wrong apartment, Wayne. Okay, so this is where the game is pretty difficult too. And I'll show you why. Oh, crap. Well, that's one thing, some precision jumping, but it's also the crap. The wind is blowing in your face and it's forcing you to the right, so... You know, this song is really repetitive. Oh! Ooh, I didn't know I could do that. Oh! Oh! I don't know how I did that. Yeah, these cats are impossible to kill on this stage because what happens is they jump around all over the place, and when they jump, you can't hit them. So, and I think this is where Benjamin is. Hopefully, I can get him into that little glitch. I don't know if I told people about that in my review. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is kind of like the Rocksteady trick with the NES Ninja Turtles game. So you just keep kicking him, and then when he jumps, you crouch, and then when he lands, he'll be in some kind of weird like stance or whatever. And then you still duck then, or else somehow he can hurt you. I guess this pose is too sexy for Wayne to handle. And yeah, that's all you get. I didn't press start or anything. The game restarts itself. So there's Wayne's World. Not a bad game. It's, it's not, I'm not saying it's like a gem on the NES, but I am saying if you just blindly took the nerd's word for it, give it a chance, because you might end up liking it. However, I will say I would not recommend spending the $100+ for this game. So, back in the day, this was like 5-10 years ago, I actually owned this game before. I got it for like $40 on eBay, and I think when the nerd reviewed it, the game really spiked in price, so now it's like over $100 to get a copy. So, that's the thing though, I would not recommend buying this game like a physical copy just because it's, it's impossible to, or it's like, not many people have that money nowadays, and that's why I spent the $120 on this game, because I actually like it so much that I was willing to do that, and I had the money. So okay, so there's all the people that made the game, all 6 of them, technically 5 because one of them was just a producer. Radical Entertainment also did the Game Boy version of this game, which uses like similar graphics, but it's actually a completely different game. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later, and Until next time, God bless and peace out. Have a good one.